all of the content creators from FaZe have left the org. Like, Ronaldo, I think Jason, Lacey, Silky, Adapt has left FaZe. FaZe Rug might also left. So all these people are leaving the org, right? Now, I'm going to tell you why are they all leaving the org. Straight up. It's probably because you don't need the org. Why would you want to not have any degree? Stable Ronaldo liked the tweet calling out banks. What's this here? Being 34 years old and not taking accountability for ruining your business 2 times now. The fuck's already blaming other people for all his failures in life. So Banks, I'll watch his video about it, talking about org was stealing their money. Well, it goes back and forth, right? Some of these guys are saying they're stealing the money. Other ones aren't. So I'll go back. I'll read this right here. Watch. Listen.
I'll give you one part.
So Pacboy Max, he used to be in FaZe. He left FaZe.
Gang, you see that little townhouse? You see that little townhouse that Max was in? FaZe? They tried to make that nigga pay 20 bands a month. What the fuck?
$20,000 a month. That's crazy.
Or give a percentage of myself. What the fuck?
Yep. You gotta pay in a percent of your income.
But Max is such a good nigga. He just, yo, bro, I just want to. And now niggas like Max look crazy, look like egoed out niggas. No, that shit not cool though. Like niggas taking shit on the chin.
That's the reason why I never talked about or criticized Max for leaving FaZe. Is because I knew this. Like I didn't know it, but I knew it. How do I knew it? It's simple. It's because I've seen 10 other orgs have the same thing happen. I know what goes on behind the scenes because I've been behind the scenes.
Making him look like this nigga the ego monster. Niggas don't know the truth, bro. Niggas don't know the truth.
Yep.
So of course he's gonna look like this nigga. Oh, this nigga just worried about himself. Nah, nigga.
No, they all roached down. And XQC, here's the thing. XQC would come to an end.
It's unfortunate to say it, right? And I don't want to be the one that bear bad news, right? But this whole FaZe thing, it's unfortunate to say it, right? And I don't want to be the one that bear bad news, right? But this whole FaZe thing, like, it's going to come to a halt very soon once the pressure has turned up. Because reality is, you guys know, I have no...
You get big money, you get into 9, the 7, 8-figure deals, big money coming in there, and then you see people that are getting paid when they shouldn't be getting paid, and some people that should be getting paid, but they're not.
Equity in this, right? You're under no contract.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And soon enough, one way or the other, one of you guys is gonna want more, right? And it's gonna break the cohesion of the group. You guys are getting rolled now, low key.
X, I'll be surprised if this shit lasts another year. We're not even talking about equity. Fuck all that. We're trying to see if we fucking can make some money.
It's unfortunate.
How about that, huh? You said the same thing, but a year or two ago? I don't think I did. Like, I thought the same thing. The reason why XQC knows it is because he's seen it happen behind the scenes, too. Like, we all have seen it. Like, any streamer, like me... So, like, me, XQC, Train, Nick, fuck... Who else really would know about this real well? Probably Devin Nash probably know about this a lot. Chance, yep, Chance would know about this too. Like, and why is it? Isn't it crazy? Everybody in OTK all came to the same conclusion, thought this was going to happen. That's weird. Wow. What are the odds of that? That's crazy. Wow. What a coincidence. So anyway, yeah, same thing happened with Tfue. Yeah, I remember this. So anyway, so yeah, of course this is what happened. Let me see if I can pull up. This is the video Banks made about everything, and then he started questioning. Oh, here we go.
Y'all can recall, there was a stream later on into the month where I'm not even going specifically.
This is, see, by the way, I saw this happening. Like, I'm gonna be real. The OTK leadership, we saw this happening at the time in like 2022. Probably even at the beginning of at the end of 2021. Because this is pretty much what happened, right? Is that I saw where, you know, basically like, I saw kind of the direction of the way content creation was going, and I could see people getting canceled. I could see, you know, these sponsors and brands like pulling out constantly. And like the other big issue is that brands don't want streamers to make good content. Brands want streamers to advertise the brand. And they want them to do that in the most, you know, basically sterile, boring, flat way possible, because they don't care about your content. They don't care about your image. They don't care about you at all. All they care about is getting their brand out there and looking good. So what ends up happening is that, you know, you have these brands, like, you know, we would go and do a joke or say something, and then the brand would get mad about it, and then we'd be losing a brand deal. We'd have to be talking to them and all these issues. And I asked myself, I'm like, what are we really doing trying to make these people? This is the reason why now, like, y'all want to talk about sponsors that I get? Are we going to go with gambling, porn, drugs, and gotcha games, right? That's it. Because they don't give a fuck. They don't care. And again, the reason why is not because I really necessarily agree with a lot of stuff. I don't even do that stuff myself. But they let me do what I want to do. That's the reason why. Should they care? I don't think they really should. And who cares whether they should or not? That's a big tobacco, big oil. Yeah, I want a sponsor from Exxon. That'd be great. I like that. Trying to deal with crotchety ex-boomers. Exactly. And so here's my point is that it's just not feasible to do that whenever you have a bunch of people who have a really high profile. Like, a good example is that almost every single group of content creators has drama. They do. And even like content creator groups like Offline TV, like they have their own drama too. And the only times where people don't have drama is when, in a lot of cases, they're just really boring, right? That's the reason why. They just sit there and play video games and never talk about anything other than the current video game and what they're doing inside of the current video game. Brand deals are pretty much a Faustian pact, not if it's with Rainbed or Steak. Like on Rainbed or Steak, I'll tell you, this is the best ad I ever seen in my entire life. Okay? I've told this story before, and I apologize if you heard it. I was going through Instagram Reels, and I come up to one, and it's this guy, obviously with his hat on backwards. It's a big, buff, bald guy. And he's sitting next to a skinny, you know, nasty-looking weird dude. And he says, hey, man, you know, we're here, and we just arrested that we're holding this guy. He was here to meet a young girl that was underage for sex, but we came here because we caught him, and we're waiting for the police to get here. And so, anyway, so I got Rainbed open. Okay, you want to pick a number? And he's like, well, I don't want to pick a number. He's like, well, why don't we pick 15, since that was the age of the girl that you were trying to get with? And the guy's like, no, I thought she was 18. And he's like, yeah, no, for sure. Anyway, all right, so we're gonna put 15 here on Rainbed, and let's see. Oh, we won. And then the guy says something like, oh, do I get that? He goes, no, the police are coming. You're gonna get arrested. Thanks, Rainbed. And that was the end of the ad. The greatest ad I have seen in my life. I saw that. That shit was fucking hilarious. And WAD, yeah, I gotta find that and show it on my stream. Classic Misdirection. Yeah, I've seen that one. And so anyway, those ads, like, that's entertaining, right? And so it's funny. And so that's what I care about the most. And so why does that story sound familiar? Well, there's a lot of those stories. So yeah, Polymarket should sponsor you. We'll see what happens, right? We'll see what happens. Anyway, so that's the reason why it's not going to work out with these big content organizations. It's not.
Name names, because if you was there, you was there. It's not the most big deal. But we had a sponsor. There was a sponsor.
How about that? Pre-watch? I swear to God, I didn't watch this ahead of time. I didn't watch it.
For that day.
I swear to God.
And niggas didn't end up doing the sponsor. Game night. Yes, if you was there, you was there. Niggas didn't end up doing the sponsor. There was difficulties with the sponsor. Yeah.
I hear this and I get PTSD. Tips hears this. He loses the other half of his hair. How do you think the first half went away? I tell y'all this, bro, like, this is really something special, man.
Yeah. After that happened, according
You want to hear something fucked up? Is that whenever they were popping off and doing well, this is going to sound like the worst thing ever for me to say, is that I was talking to some friends of mine. I'm not going to say who it was, but I was saying, I'm going to wait for some shit to happen, and now I'm going to be able to farm it because it's not going to be my own shit like with OTK. I said this over a year ago. I said, I've waiting on this for a while. Nick? I think Nick was there. I don't know if he was or not. He was there in spirit if he wasn't.
to the assistants and staff of the creators, because I'm not gonna lie, I just really don't remember. But
yeah,
they said that FaZe has
say
pulled
DraftKings.
everybody for the rest of the month and sent niggas home early.
See that? See that?
Right? This is the first time where in my head I went, huh.
That's weird, right? This is real weird.
Okay.
Is this really for my audience or is this for money? Yep.
How much control do we have here? And how much control do niggas have over us?
Yeah, when people pay you money, they buy you.
If that makes sense. Right?
He's absolutely right. 100% right. Completely true. I don't get any of this. I mean, it's pretty easy to understand. These guys had free housing. They couldn't show up to do a fucking sponsor. I would have been livid. Not everybody goes and says this, but like at the end of the day, why would they come up and go and do a sponsor for some bullshit that like they didn't really want to do? Like, oh, you get a house, you get all this stuff, etc. Nah, man. Like this is the reason why I was totally out on this. Important to choose your boss. Well, the business model for this doesn't really work. That's the reason why it's a problem. And like I saw this business model not working, and that's why we went and we did our own companies, right? That's why we did that, because it's like at that point, like you have a whole different set of like you can vertically integrate inside of an ecosystem that a normal org doesn't have access to, and that's the main reason. Free housing means nothing if you don't do what they say. You're homeless. Yeah, exactly. Like, that doesn't mean shit. Now, I understand better why you're just declining many sponsors. I respect you for that. Yeah, I mean, I decline I think most people decline most sponsors, right? So, yeah, they had a sponsor to pay for the house to still try getting $20K out of them to live there. That's not a surprise, man. Yeah.
He really got kicked from FaZe. He got kicked from FaZe because, according to the assistants and the staff and the cameramen, they said that he had missed a video shoot or something, and we were missing video shoots, and so he actually got kicked from FaZe. Granted, he was allowed back in a couple later, because niggas all had combos, but yes, he got kicked from FaZe. So my point
That's crazy.
This is to tell y'all this.
That's insane.
We had no control. There was no control. We're just like we're puppets. At least that's what it felt like. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
Anything could happen at any moment. Bro, Lacey love FaZe. This nigga campaign for this shit. This nigga go hard as fuck. Like, hard as fuck. Like, how can that happen, bro? Right? Cool.
That's right. Because the fact is that the people that really make the difference and make these organizations run are the creators. They are. And the $20K a month, yeah, that's a lot of fucking money. And so it's very, very, very odd to see this shit happen. I'll see if I can pull up a few more of these. But yeah, this is where things are at. And I think it's honestly like a lot of other orgs have already fallen apart. And I think that now we can kind of see why. You can easily see why that's happening, and I think it makes a whole lot of sense, unfortunately. But really, I mean, because you have all these people on staff and all this, orgs are meant for competitive gaming. Contracts don't work in streaming. They don't work in competitive gaming either. So here's the problem, is that a content org is just not a financially lucrative business. By the way, if anybody thinks that's not true, post your balance sheet. Any of these orgs, and I guarantee you somebody is either giving more than they need to give. You are getting like angel investment. You're either losing money or you have some sort of unique market advantage that isn't replicable, right? That's the truth. Yeah, post go post your logs. And the fact is the same with esports orgs. No, esports orgs are subsidized by investments, and even these esports orgs are falling apart too. And the reason why is that the entire a lot of money, like for 10 years, from like I'd say about 2013 to 2023, a tremendous amount of money. What about AMP? Where's the balance sheets? Where's the balance sheets? If it's so bad, why can't that business work? Here's the reason why the business can't work. It's because you have too many staff, you have too many things going on, and there is no real reason for it to exist. Yeah, I want to see it, because that's it. There's probably there's people not getting paid. There's some way that, like, you know, you're making money, you're getting investment from something else, etc. Most esports orgs are losing money. Yeah, exactly. And so paying for too many people for too few, exactly. AMP is not a group, it's like a friend group, I guess. Yeah, and also, like, I mean, I'm sure some, like, there are groups that people have that are not, like, formal organizations, like FaZe or Optic or something like that, like Cloud9. Like, isn't Cloud9 falling apart too? Like, I'm not even sure if it was them or some other org, I forgot which one it was. But, yeah, I mean, a lot of these places are just totally falling apart. So, check Clavicle, latest tweet. Yeah, I'll look and find it real quick. But, no, that's not even it. Where the fuck it go? And so, anyway, yeah, the cows are fat to the milk, lack of trust. Yeah, this is how the same hole people in restaurants run into whenever they have too many items on the menu. It's like a legit parallel to what's happening with these orgs. Yeah, I think so. HoloLive has been better for years. Here is the reason why HoloLive works and why VTuber organizations work. It's going to be something people might not want to hear. It's because they fucking own you. They own your identity. They own your IP. They own what you say. They're massively controlling. And that's the reason why they work. VShojo fell apart. Now, these other organizations, they haven't fallen apart yet. That's it. Now, I'll wait around. I'll wait. We're going to see. But it's weak leadership, yeah. And so would you consider Sidemen an org or a company? I think it's clearly a company. They put on events together, and I think really YouTube is a different beast in a lot of cases. So, yeah. I forgot VShojo existed. Yeah, it's because they don't anymore. So anyway, that's pretty much what's happened. And I think it's just going to continue to be more of the case. This is going to happen more and more and more. And I'll see if I can find any more of these comments about this too, because Banks is looking at the rest of the FaZe because they didn't want to rug pull and scam their viewers. Exactly. It's just such a huge fucking mistake to have this happen. Such a huge, massive fucking mistake to go and get involved with this. Bro, you're literally 40. I don't even know. He's 40-year-old chud ruined FaZe twice. And so this is what they said, right? Is that FaZe Banks sold a large ownership stake in FaZe, shifting control to new leadership that pushed for 20% of creators' earnings, leading all new members to leave. So this guy sold his ownership, and then they tried to bleed the creators out of money, and then everybody left. This is the reason why this shit doesn't work. It doesn't work. Like, really, there's no reason to do that. Like, why is it that we don't have cars with, like, 5 wheels? Why do we not have cars with 5 wheels? And don't you bring up some truck that has 5 wheels. Why don't we have cars without 5 wheels? We do? No, we don't. We don't need it. It's too many wheels. It doesn't work. You don't need a 5th wheel. Interesting, huh? That's something real crazy, ain't it? How about that, huh? And we do have a car as the steering wheel. You know what? You're getting banned. I don't like you. What's some other shit you've said in chat? Yeah, he said the car does have 5 wheels because the steering wheel. Yeah, no, he banned. I don't want that in my life, honestly. I don't need that in my life. It's just been too much, man. That was funny. I'll be honest. I did time him out, though. I did. I timed him out for a bit. Y'all trying to bring in that Reddit shit, it's not going to happen with me. So, yeah, anyway, Skyrim reference you made, a 5th wheel, just a wagon. Well, anyway, so yeah, let me go back. I'll watch this this video that he put out about it. Addressing everything properly. All right, let's see it. Here it is.
Merry Christmas.
To the ground.
Banks, formerly known as FaZe Banks. What a fucking terrible day. What a terrible year. I left FaZe 5 months ago.
Yeah.
And this wasn't for a narrative. This wasn't for the camera. This wasn't for Twitter. This was very, very real.
It was obviously for Twitter. It was because his image was damaged and he looked bad. And he left the org for that reason. Because he didn't want the org to look bad. Because people, it would have hurt their ability to get sponsors. That's the reason why. It's at least a factor. It's a factor. It might not be the only factor, but it's a factor.
It was off the heels of some Twitter drama, and the boys were...
See, what are you talking about?
What a terrible... FaZe 5 months ago. And this wasn't for a narrative. This wasn't for the camera. This wasn't for Twitter. This wasn't for Twitter. Very, very real. It was off the heels of some Twitter drama.
I thought you just said it wasn't. Isn't that confusing? Like, I mean, that's confusing, bro. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, didn't you just say, like, he's saying it wasn't fake? Yeah, of course it wasn't. So he didn't, like, what he's saying is this actually happened, and it's not like some kind of, like, a marketing ploy. Oh, okay, I get it.
And the boys were, you know, getting blown up in their comms and in their chats, and as we all know, in this world, wacky, strange world of streaming, that's really all that matters.
Exactly. This is another reason. This is one of the reasons why I left OTK. Is because, like, I know that the kind of content that I do and what I do is very, it's spicy. You could say that, right? I mean, like, talking about political issues, saying that somebody that gets run over, they should have backed up, put it in reverse. Like, you know, the things I say, right? I mean, this would get me in trouble with sponsors on a regular basis. And the thing is that everybody goes and says I'm a brand risk, but I got brands coming at me all the time. I got sponsors constantly. I turn down sponsors at least 2 or 3 a week. I just don't do them. So it's really not even about that, but it's about the same sponsors. It's the same ones. Nazi brands? Hey, they not seeing the clips. Good for them.
These streamers, all of them, every last one of them are forced to
shut up, bitch.
Appeal to their comms and their chats and narratives on Twitter. And if they don't, they lose viewers.
Yeah.
If they don't, they take a hit financially.
See, you got to keep this in mind. See, this is the problem, is that as a streamer, you think that you're going to lose viewers whenever you get these little weirdos on Twitter that get mad at you. Let me tell you, as somebody who's had a lot of little weirdos on Twitter mad at him, we doing all right. Honestly, I would say that right now, I'm probably doing better than ever. But overall, I'm doing better than ever. I'm popping off. I'm doing amazing, and I've been doing well for such a long time. I have been. They don't matter. Yeah. And this is another thing, is like a lot of these people that talk about you like that, they don't even watch you. Like, you got to focus on. So if you're a streamer, you focus on one thing. What do you focus on? The next stream. You focus on your next stream, and you lock that in, and you make it entertaining, and you could go and kill somebody, and nobody cares. Nobody gives a fuck about this shit. Who gives a fuck? Bro, you go and shoot somebody, hey, whatever, it is what it is, right? And so brands don't pay people, they buy people, exactly. And so focus on Korean waifus. I've been trying, man. You see my Instagram following?
Their career. And this has a huge effect on who their friends
Same
are.
strategy in sports, yeah.
With. All of it.
Look at OJ.
The way they treat each other online is completely 100% based and rooted in the feedback that they get in real time from chats and comms. So again,
Banks is based for saying this. I'm gonna be honest. He's totally based for saying this. Is that a lot of streamers and creators, especially young people that aren't as familiar with it, like he and I, like everybody calling him old. I feel like, honestly, I feel kind of lucky. Maybe it's because, I don't know why, but everybody always calls, like, Banks and Hassan, like, old. Constantly. They're calling him old. They're calling Banks old. They're calling these other people old. They're calling Nick old. You want to know what the worst thing is? I'm older than all of them. I think Banks and I might be the same age, but I know I'm a year ahead of Hassan and Nick, right? I'm like maybe 10 months or something like that. So, really, I'm older than all of them. And they never saying this shit about me, right? I feel lucky. Everybody's, I think it's like 34, 35. I'm not sure about this. And so, because they try to look young, I mean, I guess, I don't know why. Yeah. You don't try to act like you're not old, I guess. But, like, I don't really feel like I'm old. Like, I don't know. Like, it's just, I feel like I do basically the same shit. Like, I don't know what to say. Like, it feels weird to me, honestly, whenever I think about the fact I'm 35, bro. I'll be 36 next year. Well, I guess that's usually what happens whenever you're 35. But, you know, like, damn. Well, I'm gonna be 40 soon. Can you imagine that? I'm gonna be 40 making dick jokes on the internet. I'm gonna be 50 making dick jokes on the internet, bro. I cannot wait. Yeah. You know how old you're a veteran? Yeah, I guess so. So, and that's just how it is. And we're gonna watch? Yeah, I'll probably be doing better than I am now. So anyway, yeah, that's really about it. It's weird for me to see that. It is, but no, because he's been around forever. Like I've been around for a long time. He's been around longer than I have in streaming, and so people do. They're so afraid of the way that they're seen on the internet. Like, you gotta understand is that, like, I've talked to friends of mine and they get, like, you know, 7 negative comments. And they're talking about how the world might be better off without them. I get 7 negative comments and I haven't even woken up. Like, that's just, that's, oh, what do you mean I should kill, I should kill myself. I killed my mom. I'm gonna have an ET, I know that. Oh, what the fuck is this? They're gonna kill me, right? Okay, sure, alright, oh, fuck. I gotta go live. Wait, that's about it, right? Yeah, like, that's, yeah, I don't even think about this shit. Bro, you hate poor people? Well, I mean, yeah. Don't you think that's bad? A society where young people are watching a streamer watch someone get run over and spamming memes in chat? No, I think it's a good thing. We used to have public executions. And I think we should get back to that. So, like, this is just like a crowdsourcing of a public execution. It's like a free one. It's not state sanctioned. So, yeah, we got to bring it back. We do. So, yeah, some people get their daily affirmations. You get your daily death threats. I do. And so, anyway, streamers are total slaves to their audience. That's my point. Now, I'm not trying to throw shade at any individual FaZe streamer. I'm not saying any of them are like that. I'm making a general statement on, because I'm going to be real, I've never talked to or interacted with not a single member in FaZe. I've never messaged them. I've never streamed with them. I've reacted to their clips, sure, and I'm sure they probably, to some degree, know who I am, but I don't really know them. So I can't say that for sure. I'm talking about in general.
As somebody, an old man, 34 years old, you guys never let me forget it, who no longer makes
35.
content, who doesn't have a stream, who doesn't have his own platform.
Yeah.
It's impossible for me
That's
to create
crazy.
a narrative or control my narrative or really respond.
Man.
Not that I really give a fuck to anyways, but yeah, all this drama's created and we get on a call 5 months ago and the guys are like, listen, we're over the drama. We think it's best if you just like publicly step down from FaZe just to cool down the drama online. I reacted very emotionally to this. I was obviously took it very personally and was offended.
See, whenever they told me that, actually, this is not what happened. Whenever I left OTK, like I've had like 3 or 4 like big drama events in the last year, and they were talking to me about like, you know, like publicly, like, you know, like saying that I'm not going to be involved for a while. I said, how about this? How about I just step down from everything? And they're like, wait, what? And I said, yeah. And the reason why I didn't take it personally, here's the reason why I never took it personally, is because it was the right thing to do. And whenever I make decisions and I have a situation where other people have put their faith in me to make a decision for the best interest of the group, I make a decision in the best interest of the group because that is my function as the responsibility and the role that I've been given. I don't think about myself or how I feel. I just simply do what the best thing is. And if that means that I get kicked out or something's bad happens to me, then that's just the way it is. Straight up. It's that simple. Like, I mean, it wasn't even a hard decision. It was an instant decision to make because it's just, that's the right call. Like, I get that, you know, like, you get kicked out, it doesn't look good, but at the end of the day, like, is it better for you or is it better for 10 or 20 other people, right? You got to make the right decision for the most people. You always do that.
Because, again, I used my entire...
Except when it's Slender Fury on the line? No. Because you have to remember in Molten Core, I actually rolled tank in my guild so I could justify giving myself Thunder Fury. I changed my entire role in the game in order to justify giving myself a legendary weapon.
Entire network.
Stop pausing.
Sorry. I've ever made, everything that I've ever had, this brand that I built, I used all of it as leverage.
Yeah.
To start these guys as a content group and to kick this shit off with the sole goal and intent to bring FaZe back to the top.
Yes.
Which we did. We did that all collectively.
Incredible accomplishment. Really impressive that Banks and the other people in leadership at FaZe did that. And I think definitely hats off to all the different talent, like guys like Ronaldo, Jason, Lacey, Silky, all these guys. Truly incredible. Adapt. Truly incredible accomplishment. Amazing accomplishment. I cannot state enough how much of a accomplishment that is.
Actively, over the last 2 years, FaZe has won Org of the Year twice.
That's big.
And yeah, I was the first guy in the room. Mm-hmm. These guys would have never lived in a house together if it wasn't for me. These guys are all at minimum 10 times the size in terms of audience and platform now as before they joined FaZe.
It's undeniable that FaZe helped this group grow, and it was massively influential in helping Ronaldo and Jason and all of them grow their brand. It's undeniable. That's very obviously true. Of course. Duh. Sure. Stop pausing it. Say it again. You're going to get permanently banned. Bitch. Shut up.
These guys have all made millions and millions and millions of dollars in the last 2 years.
Yep.
And none of them could ever dispute the fact. Max just said it himself on his stream. Joining FaZe was one of the best decisions I ever made in my life. I've heard that from Lacey. I've heard it from Silky. I've heard it from Jason. I've heard it from Ron. I've heard it from Adapt. I've heard it from every single person that's ever joined FaZe. Specifically these guys. And I'm here to tell you, as former FaZe Banks, this was one of the worst decisions I've ever made in my entire life. I gave up my entire adult life to this.
Isn't it crazy that I was just crashing out about OTK about this exact same thing before the stream, and now we're watching a video of another guy crashing out about his org having the same issue? This is honestly, I should probably message him. I should see how he's doing. I should see You too, huh?
I have put myself in millions and millions and millions of dollars in debt. I have never made
had that
one
happen.
singular dollar outside of my salary via FaZe.
I never even had a salary. Never took any money at all.
Not selling it, not buying it, raising money. I've just put myself further and further in debt. Yeah, I think FaZe to acquire and all the costs for...
By the way, like, I don't know, is that really true? Like, because, like, you probably took on investment. Like, you probably took on, like, third-party investment, which is the reason why they tried to monetize the creators whenever they were asking for 20%. Like, because I don't think you went into personal debt, right? You just took on debt, like, for the company. That's what I would assume.
These guys' careers over the last 2 years, I think ballpark 40 million bucks.
Yeah, something like that.
I think probably collectively these guys have had to have probably made like 20 million in the last 2 years collectively, I would guess.
I'd say
not
more.
$1 of that 20 million has ever gone back to FaZe. Never mind me. Even if it did ever go back
Y'all learned after Tfue, huh?
to FaZe, that shit.
Remember that?
It's not mine. And I just fucking can't believe it. I can't believe I'm in this position now where people are calling for my head. People are wishing for my death. People are telling me I ruined FaZe. I ruined FaZe, guys. I ruined it. When I have had not one say in anything that's gone on in the last 5 months, and I set all this shit in motion in the first place, I ruined it. I ruined it. There's 5-6 individuals who are multimillionaires and have beautiful careers ahead, and God bless you, and I wish you guys the best, and I ruined it. Yeah. The fact of the matter is, if we went in a time machine 2 years back and I decided to never try to...
He's a crypto scammer, his opinion's useless. Listen, guys. Is he in jail? No, he's not. He's in his room with the Pink Panther behind him. I'm gonna be real, like anybody I know that gets away with some shit like that, I think it's impressive. I do. Except that Hawk Tua bitch. That bitch, she's just stupid. Most crypto scammers aren't in jail. Yeah, it's just the way it is. Sir, you can do immoral things and not go to jail for it? Exactly.
To fix this FaZe shit, I'd be much better off. I'd have more money, and these kids would just be doing what they were doing before.
Should have done that.
It's hard for me to sit here and take that. It really is. And I plan on going live tomorrow.
Honestly, like for me, like whenever I think about people that I helped out and everything, and like, you know, anything bad that they would ever say about me in the future, I don't ever expect anybody to be loyal to me. I do, but like it's a very small list of people. And inside of my very small list of people that I expect loyalty from, I have never been disappointed. Never. Not even once. Not even slightly. Not even 1%.
Or the next days at some point in the future, and really kind of just laying it all out. A to Z, start to finish, the entire 15-year history of this, specifically the last 2 years, specifically the behind-the-scenes shit, and the dynamic between all the kids in the back end, because I just watched some clips from this Black Boy Max stream.
Well, here's the thing, right? Is like all the back end stuff. You realize why he's wearing a hat? Yep. That's what happens. That's what happens. You on those sponsor calls all the time. That's what happens.
Where he's playing a laugh track over my tweet. And it's like,
yep.
Max, I know we've had like our individual differences, and I know I haven't really seen eye to eye with a lot of the talent because truthfully and honestly, I find you guys all to be incredibly ungrateful. I find you guys all to have insane egos, and I think it's disgusting and makes me sick to my stomach that your guys' relationships with each other and with every other streamer, and your community included, is so incredibly fake. You guys are the best actors on planet Earth, and you've made a complete career out of all of it.
God damn, bro. Jesus. He really going in on it, huh? Streamers have egos. No way. Yeah, they do. Streamers have egos. Now, as I said, I never really... I have a policy of I never get angry at somebody whenever they do something to me that's in their self-interest. Even if they do something that's bad to me, if I think they're doing it to me because they think they can get something out of it, I don't really get mad at them. Now, I might not want to deal with them because they're a risk to be around, but I don't really get mad at them on an emotional level because I understand that people are animals. They're animals, and they're just simply going to do what's in their best interest. That's it.
Max, these are your boys, but these are the same guys that said they fucking hated your guts after you left.
I'm an animal too.
You know, you're the program, and you have an ego the size. You think you're Travis Scott and this and that, and also, like, Max, multiple conversations about how...
Has Max killed anybody at a concert yet? I don't think he has. I mean, come on, bro. Like, you gotta work harder than that. Yeah. Take them host to Astro World. Send some of the band chatters to Astro World, man. Come on.
How Ron's content's cringe, and you guys didn't fuck with the dap. None of you guys fucked with Lacey or Jason in the beginning. You guys didn't want these guys to live anywhere near you. You barely wanted to share a brand with them. But FaZe was going to fund a Miami house for you, Rage, Silky, and Kason. Yeah. So fuck it. We'll take what we can get.
I forgot about
and then
Rage.
It all worked.
Yeah.
And we forced this relationship.
It did.
And I was called a fucking retard then, and I was told then I was ruining FaZe. And now 2 years later, it wound up being the best thing that ever happened. So you understand why I'm sitting here and I'm frustrated. I would hope. But
this is the reason why, is that there's a huge disconnect between leadership and talent in these organizations. Because talent doesn't respect and understand the investment and strategic planning that leadership has to make. And sometimes the leadership doesn't respect and understand the public perception and the persona that the talent has to maintain. So there are two diametrically opposed groups of people that have to constantly come together with each other and make some sort of compromise all the time. And in a lot of cases, that doesn't work. That's really what happens. Well put, yeah, no, and you see what I'm saying, right? Because, like, if you're management, you have to make strategic financial decisions, but those strategic financial decisions might put talent in a position that they have to do something that they don't want to do. But the talent also want things, but so the talent wants something, the management gives them the thing, but it's a monkey's paw, and so you're not getting it the way you want, and so now you're mad about it. So it creates all these issues. You see what I'm saying? Did they ever force you to take a shower? Yes. So basically, we were doing a merch shoot, and they said you have to take a shower. Like, yeah. Oh no, it was also for. It was the same day, I think, because we also we recorded a video for like Mythic Talent. Like, this is whenever they started Mythic Talent, and so I had to take a shower for it. And they said, please do this. I said, okay, fine. So I did it, and I look terrible. I look absolutely terrible. Like, I'm sorry I'm pausing this so much. I apologize if it's annoying for you guys, but I just try to keep things entertaining for myself. Let me see if I can find this. This is the way I looked. Yeah. I had a policy that I said that never have me wear the merch, because if I'm wearing the clothes, people won't want to buy them. That was it. You kind of look fatter. I look fatter in this video. I don't know.
Anyone watching could sit here and understand why I would be frustrated while
I guess
a fucking entire hate mob is coming after me on fucking Christmas, my first Christmas without my mom, when all I've ever fucking wanted to do is help FaZe be successful. That's all I've ever wanted to do.
It's just how it is. This is how it is. You never get personal with it. Never get personal.
That's the only intent. Where's the money? I'm this fucking guy who's trying to take everything from everybody. Where is it? Then why the fuck am I millions of dollars in debt?
If you're millions of dollars in debt, you gotta figure that out, man. That's a lot of money. You gotta go on financial audit.
Where is it?
Where's the money, Lebowski?
It's in Max's bank account. It's in fucking Silky's bank account. It's in Jason, Ronaldo, Lacey's bank account. I thought the video paused. Never happened.
Yep.
I wish that I never did any of this.
I disagree. I think he built something that was incredible, it was amazing, and he built this careers of multiple people. I think that even if they don't like him or whatever, you should look at the outcome and the fact that you had a vision, you executed the vision, and the vision came true. There's no reason to think that, like, I mean, yeah, you might regret doing it and you might not want to do it, but, like, this was a massive accomplishment for him to do this. It was. And at the end of the day, the results speak for themselves. Like, that's it. And nothing, nobody can ever take that away. They can't say, oh, well, that wasn't it. Like, you know that you did this.
And they'll all still tell you this was the best decision they ever made in their life. I'm emotional and I'm passionate. I'm never going to apologize for that. Anything that I do, anything that I speak on, anything that I work on, any talent that I fuck with, anything that I touch, I will always be 100% 2 feet in. That's just who I am. And everything that I'm telling you guys right now is fucking straight facts.
Yeah.
It's dead wrong, bro. This is unfair. It's unfair to drag me like this. It's unfair to pin me as some fucking horrible guy.
It's easy to do that. It saves them. You just lean into it. When everybody said that they didn't want to deal with me or not interact with me, everybody condemned me, I said, yep, you're right. You're right. I'm the worst person. I'm so bad. That's right. Because if you're gonna do something that's better for your career, just do it. It's not you're not friends. You're not friends with anything like that. You don't want to have somebody take their, put their job in a bad situation just because of some friendship, right? That's it.
Again, the fact of the matter is, every single one of these guys has a bigger platform and an audience because they joined FaZe and met me.
That's true.
And has millions and millions of extra dollars.
He's right.
Because they met me.
True.
Whereas I, on the other hand, I've lost years of my life to this shit and am significantly worse off financially. Significantly. This has destroyed me. My whole life has been completely destroyed in the last 4 or 5 months, but nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah.
I don't have a Twitch.
Nobody cares about them either, really. I mean, people care, but as long as if you're delivering the content, they're going to care. The moment you stop, they're not going to care. You don't want to get parasocial with your audience. You have to understand that, like, you're a dancing monkey. We're all dancing monkeys. And while people might care about you to some extent, that, you know, there's like a very limited amount of empathy that the majority of people on the internet, I'm not talking about everybody, right? A lot of you guys in chat are cool and there's not people like that, but I'm talking about the greater internet. People don't have a lot of empathy for a multimillionaire that's living and, you know, has lived in luxury for like 10 years. You had some crypto coin, like you've been famous on the internet forever. Like they're not going to have a lot of empathy for that. They're just not going to have, it's not going to be there. I understand you want it to be there, but it's just not going to be there. Like, it's just, and it's the same with me, Hassan, anybody else, right? They just don't give a fuck. Like, and again, like, you could say it sucks and it's not fair, but it's still true and it's reality.
Chat. And I refuse to be one of the people to fucking, to just do what you guys are telling me to do. I don't know. Guys, this streaming shit is so fucking fried. It really is.
Streaming's fake. It's true.
The narratives, the clips, the fucking the appeal to comms and chat, and like the willingness to just fucking.
I think it's so funny how the new streamers treat Twitter communities the same as like older streamers treated Reddit. Like older streamers would get so upset about Reddit comments and Reddit things, and like I don't think they really care a lot about Twitter. But like newer streamers, it's the opposite. I think it's funny.
You know, it's funny. Everybody looks at these streamers as guys and people who have this massive audience and have influence over millions of people and can impose their opinions and their will on millions of people. But it's not true. It's the exact opposite. The traditional influencer is dead. These kids are the most heavily influenced people on the planet. They are puppies.
He's right about this. Not necessarily, I don't know about them, but like it's very true that a lot of the content creators that you guys see, especially the brand safe content creators, they have traded out having one job and having one boss from having one job and having thousands of bosses. Now they have thousands of bosses and they're constantly trying to, you know, be afraid of every public opinion that people have of them. They're completely fake. They're worried about maintaining their image. Let me tell you guys something. The majority of streamers that I know, like I'm talking about like 95% of streamers that I know, condemn things and act like they don't do things that they do privately. It's true. It's fake. It is. It's fake. Like, and by the way, I'm the 5%. Do you know why? Because I'm actually as bad. Actually, that's not even true. If you ask my friends, I'm worse off stream. Somehow I'm even worse. Yeah, it's even worse. And I hate most streamers. Exactly. You have to hold back a little bit. I do. But like, to be fair, I say that straight up. Like I would even say, let me think about the kind of things that I would say and like put right here. Are you saying you agree with the private Karens and fat Karens and private? No, I'll see if I can find a good one. So yeah, I'm just reading some of these comments here about like some of the pictures that I've saved. And it's all really, really, man. Yeah, guy. Well, you can assume, okay, whatever you assume the things that I do and say off stream are, you're right. I say it straight up. And the only difference between me and other streamers is that they're lying to you and I'm not.
It's attached to millions of strings. And if their comms and their fucking chats say that the sky is red and they disagree and they say, no, chat, I think it's blue. Once that fucking viewer number starts to fall off, once they start to see L's in their chat, once they start to see hate threads in their fucking comms, they switch up real quick and it doesn't matter.
It's completely true. Absolutely true. 100%.
Doesn't matter about objective truth.
And people gonna say, and this is again, Like, I don't want people to take this in the context of like me saying this about the FaZe guys. I don't really know them, so I can't really make an assumption off of them. I'm not really familiar with a lot of their content. I'm talking about this as a general sense. Most people will switch up on you the moment that it's not financially beneficial, or the moment that's financially beneficial to do so. And streaming has always been a job. It's a job. It's not about being friends. It's about making money. It's about building a brand. That's it. And this is how genders are born. Like, I mean, how many people you think really? Here's a good question. How many streamers you think that, you know, like, think that the whole multiple genders, like more than 2 genders thing is bullshit? It's just crazy nutball bullshit. I bet if I had to guess, probably like 90-95% of most influencers think it's bullshit. But why are none of them talking about it? Because they're afraid. They're afraid. They're terrified. And this is what I said before. They've traded one boss for thousands. The sponsors? It's not even sponsors. They're just afraid of public... Yeah, they're pussies. They are. They're absolute pussies. Only you and Nick Merck say it? Nah, there's other guys that say it too, but shout out to Nick.
The sky is red. I've been trying to talk to these guys for 4 or 5 months, and they don't give a fuck. All they care about is their stream, which is completely fine. I don't need them to give a fuck. I don't need anybody to pretend to care.
Never care.
I'm done pretending to care. But if I had 100,000 viewers, if my name was CatDany, they'd fucking be on my dick. They'd be welcoming me with open arms. I would have had a big fucking red comfy chair at the Streamer Awards to fuck.
It's true. He's completely right. But how is it that, like, didn't DDG have like a bunch of accusations against him of like bad behavior and shit? I never covered this because I thought it was like primarily bullshit. But like, I know that he had a bunch of accusations, right? He did? Yeah, he did. I thought so. Okay, well, remember, I'm not trying to get into who it was or anything like that. But my point is that she pulled him up a stage. She had him on stage. Why did Cutie Cinderella have this person on stage that had all these accusations? It's a 4-letter word. Clout. That's right. That's how it is.
Hey, come fuck with us, bro. Let's do a stream tomorrow.
Yep.
Like, that's just what it is. And you guys know that's what it is.
Hey.
And anybody arguing against that is just fucking completely lost.
Exactly. Wait, you really think if DDG didn't have any emotion at all, do you think that he'd be up there on stage with the Streamer Awards? Or do you think that they'd be out there virtue signaling about him being a bad person? You think if Banks had 100,000 viewers and he was getting top streams like, you know, like Hassan, me, X, Kai, you know, any of these other people, like, you really think that he wouldn't be there? He'd be there. He would have been there for sure. You gotta keep that in mind.
Relationships are fucking fraudulent. The fucking, it's just, it's...
Cloud Olympics?
It's fucking fried, bro. It's fucking fried. And I'm happier than ever to be going my separate way, and I'm glad that what happened 5 months ago. I'm happy to be off of it. There is no future for me in FaZe. There is none. That was my last try. That was it. There's nothing. I have nothing left to give this. I gave it my entire adult life, and I tried my hardest. And for anybody who's a fan of me and anybody who's a fan of FaZe, I am sorry. I've absolutely failed you. And the one thing he
built something incredible.
Perfectly okay.
I don't think that I think he really built something incredible, and he's a flawed person. Banks has fucked up a lot. Banks fucked up constantly. But at the end of the day, you know, his actions led to this. He ultimately, like, his actions led to the success and to creating the success for dozens of people. And that's undeniable. And it wasn't just him, but he was there. And you can't take that away from somebody. You can't. Like, it's just the truth. Now, you might make mistakes too, but, like, not everybody is black and white. Most people aren't.
Taking accountability
Mr. Michael Jackson
is being the root cause of all of this. Because at the end of the day, I am. This is, in a fucking twisted way, all my fault. Because at the end of the day, I put these guys in a room.
I'm brown.
At the end of the day, I went and raised money. I convinced, these business people that this vision and these guys were a good bet to take.
And you were right. And you succeeded in that.
I thought in good faith that, if we gave people careers, if we fucking gave everybody the best resources and this shit worked.
I can never expect loyalty.
Then everything else would figure itself out. And I'm so fucking naive and retarded to have not made sure everything was fucking better articulated and solidified and just like people were on the same page. I don't know, man. I failed miserably. It's not the first L that I'm taking in my life. It's not the first.
It won't be the last.
But
it's just the way it is.
Yeah, I wish that. In a weird way, I do wish that I fucking was closer to the fold the last 4 or 5 months. I don't think that this all would have happened this way.
He's right. It's not what have you done, it's what have you done lately. The moment that you step out of the space and people don't realize that you're the guy that's in charge, they stop respecting you and they stop treating you like an authority figure. That's why you have to be there all the time, and you have to assert that you're the one that's in control and you're the one that's making the decisions. That's it. And if you don't put yourself in that position and you don't put yourself above people, and this is especially true with young guys, is that whenever you're with a group of young guys, you have to be dominant on them. You have to be aggressive with them. And not always and not in all ways, but in some cases you do. And that's the reason, well, look at boot camp. Like, think about this. Like, how many ancient male rituals are there? Whether it's boot camp, some fucking Roman gladiatorial training. Like, every single civilization in history has had some sort of hazing, aggressive ritual where adult men basically bully the fuck into boys into becoming men. That's the way it is. It's the rite of passage. Exactly. But it went dark? No, it's not dark. It's a fact. That's the way it is. You got to let them know.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I really don't know what to do. I don't know what else to say. I'm gonna be live on Twitch because I have a lot to say about a lot of specific examples of things that
you
have
get
happened.
episode 2 for this
in the background, and I'm gonna be coming correct with receipts.
It's about money. Yeah, it is about money.
Completely open book about everything. Everything where I went wrong, where I feel other people went wrong. Yeah.
I'll be looking forward to that.
Merry Christmas, y'all. I'm sorry. This is it. This is the end.
Merry Christmas. This is the end.
Peace.
Well, that's just the way it goes. And then he goes and says, these guys had free housing, free filmers, all FaZe channel, 0 income shared. Their money and platform skyrocketed after meeting me, but I'm the bad guy. It's because, bro, like, you never have any, you build another group of people massively successful, best building entertainment groups online. He's right. Keem is right, bro. Like, he knows this. He does. And you just say your ownership and stake recently. I have no idea whether he did or not, but accountability, final boss. Where are you, Christmas 25, where FaZe fell? Man, 12 minutes, entire FaZe right now. Say no more. One of the more genuine videos I've seen from Banks. Yeah, I see, because this video got 4.5 million views. That's a lot of fucking views. So if I go and I look at what the retweets, right? Bullied into manhood, so let's not progress. Stay silent, allow slavery and barbaric rituals throughout history. You know, I think that's the beginning of a great Reddit post. You're permanently banned. So anyway, let's see here. Sounds like Banks is going to do FaZe 40 million, no strings attached, as long as FaZe becomes relevant again. Well, it worked. That's the thing. I mean, I don't want to read that, bro. Like, we really want to listen to that limp dick talk about this? We need to hear about that limp dick, his opinions? Fuck no. Shut up, bitch. So anyway, fuck Reddit. Yeah, Jesus Christ. And, yeah. Is Nina talking about me? I hope so. I hope so. That's more content for me tomorrow. Yeah, exactly. And showing a photo of you on stream? Absolutely. The thing is that her getting unbanned, I'll get to that. Listen, I got a lot going on today, right? So, like, you're going to have to give me a bit to get to that. And so, yeah, anyway, shocked they let Nina even back on. It's because the Twitch staff are racist. That's the reason why. It's because the Twitch staff are racist. It's just that simple. How is it that Nina gets banned? How is it that Rakai gets his ban extended for ban evasion, but Nina was on, I think it was like Wendy Ortiz's stream as a camera woman? How does that work? How does that make sense that, you know, Rakai gets in trouble for ban evasion, but then she doesn't whenever she did ban evasion? It's a double standard. They're racist. They're actually racist. Like, I don't know what else you want me to say. They literally are. Because he's black? I mean, how else can you explain it? Maybe because she's a woman. It could definitely be that too. But I'll get to that, right? I'll get to Twitch being racist later on. One of the things I learned is never put someone on without walking in an incentive. Yeah, you never put people on and then expect them. Like, you never expect loyalty out of anybody. Never expect anybody to have your back. Always be ready for people to betray you. Never have any loyalty except for like a very, very small subset of people. And that's it, man. The guys have been real in my eyes. Yeah, a lot of people are talking about this, right? Being 34-year-old, not taking accountability for ruining 2 business times now is insane. I mean, if he really ruined the business, then why is it that all these guys are successful? I mean, because like I think about that, right? Is like, I mean, could you really say it's ruined when there's like half a dozen guys now that are millionaires because of him? Like, I would say that's pretty fucking successful. I'd say that's really successful. So yeah, it sounds so exhausting. All these controversial people aren't staying banned because it brings more traffic to the platform. Yeah, I know, that's the problem though. And so anyway, let's see here. FaZe and Rom before FaZe. Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, sure, they're trying to make money, but Banks called Max the hard R months ago. I don't know if that's true or not. I mean, that sounds crazy, but who knows? So FaZe is 40 million in debt because everybody left FaZe. Yeah, if FaZe is not taking any type of percentage, you're fucked, bro. Yeah, exactly, like they had to. But you never really gonna know what the truth of this is because everybody is gonna go and tell their own story and give their own take on it, right? Even though it's probably gonna be a little bit inaccurate. So let me go and look at this here. Ronaldo was dead before Banks. Ronaldo was not a big creator before Banks. Like, you're absolutely right that, like, FaZe definitely put them in the right situation. They 100% did. And so let me go and see if I find this here. But some tough advice. This is another FaZe thing again as well. And Yugi, make sure FaZe... What?
Like that anyway.
Remember when you and Arky had a meeting with Banks? It's because we was gonna make for G League official. That's what it was. There's really nothing else to it. We was gonna make finish the video. We was gonna make, I think, G League official or something. Yeah. And it just never ended up happening.
Now the reason
you can talk about the FaZe OCS House Banks promise.
Yeah, bro. This is it. Everybody has their own story.
You talk about official G League, bro. Yes.
Isn't it pretty obvious and reasonable to say creators should give a percentage to FaZe? No, I think the entire idea of an apparatus that controls all of them, that's managed by multiple people, is just unnecessary. The only thing that you really need is a agency that can make decisions for you. Kind of like, you know, obviously, you know, like I have an agency, like every streamer has an agency basically, right? So it's very common. Yeah, it's exactly. You don't need to do this.
Bro, we got promise, bro. They had this. There was this big ass board. There was this big ass board, and it was like, yo, bro, we trying to make this G League.
They never needed FaZe to begin with, just made it blow up faster. FaZe definitely was a catalyst.
we were like, okay, like you know what I'm saying? We're like, oh fuck. We're like, oh fuck, and it was gonna be me, Arky. No.
I said never in this chat. Are you kidding me?
And it was gonna be me, Arky.
Man,
no. It was
supposed
to be like this competition.
That's wild.
Thing. It was gonna be phase 5 or something, and it was gonna be like this house. It's gonna be me, Arky, Delu.
Yeah.
Dabo? No, I forgot everybody that was on the board. But it was like YBG, yes. And then we were still looking for names. And then we were like, but this was like before, like this was like you know what I'm saying, a minute ago. And I think Sauce was on there too, Sauce Kill.
Yeah. Right.
And then we were just like, okay, bad. Nigga, we're excited. We all got a chance to join FaZe, like at that point. So
sure, FaZe is big,
you know, but it never ended up happening. And I think even the FaZe 5 thing fell through too. So it was just like, damn, you know what I mean?
It's just not a viable business model. It's just straight up not a viable business model. It's just not there. After saying 80% shares of to a Zionist, oh right, because it's Jews. Jews are bad. We all know that. Y'all owe Bruce dropping off an apology?
Hate, bro. And just wait until y'all see that crypto shit that they up to, twin. They got something cooking, twin. That's why all these niggas trying to, hey, bro, I ain't gonna say too much. I'ma just laugh for right now, bro, because y'all don't get it.
Isn't it crazy that Bruce being paranoid as fuck, like, he ended up being right. He ended up being fucking right. That's crazy.
So I'ma just laugh, bro, but just remember what the fuck I'm talking about, bro.
That is insane.
That's all I'ma do.
There's one last thing I don't know if he was right about, but if he was right about that, bro, like, Bruce is a prophet.
Anyways.
Many such cases, is that right? Oh my God.
Bro. And just wait until y'all see that crypto shit that they up to, twin.
Yeah.
They got something cooking, twin. That's why all these niggas trying to, hey, bro, I ain't gonna say.
And I think that they probably stopped the crypto shit because they got negative reactions there. Yeah, that's it.
Who do they actually think they fucking are, bro?
There it is.
Like, seriously, you're not a fucking trophy. You're not a trophy. You gotta suck everybody in FaZe's dick, literally, to be where you are. You are not a trophy. I don't care to be your friend. You force friendships to get views. You literally force friendships to get your view count popping. What the fuck? You are not gonna be hanging around half of your friends. I call it right now. In 5 years, you will not be hanging with them because they're not your real friends. You're using them all for views. You're a fucking loser.
But it's collabs, bro. Like, that's it. The CEO of FaZe. Check out Fearbug new tweet. Yeah, sure. I'll pull it up, see if I find it real quick. And then I want to move on. We got a bunch of other shit to look into today. I don't want to spend too much time on this. So, CEO says FaZe's current financial structure is unsustainable. Matt Kalish revealed that he invested $10 million into Matt. Oh, man. Matt, come on, man. $10 million into FaZe's talent group over the past 18 months and gave creators the option to go independent or sign deals with Hardscope after roughly 6 months of talks. Negotiations ended with creators reportedly viewing the terms as unfavorable, and Kalish plans to move forward without them. So, yeah, big fucking surprise, man. They're all good kids, and a lot of people in their ear, and they're confused. Exactly. This is why, see, you have to understand is that whenever you're dealing with one of these orgs, it's kind of like if you give a monkey a golden AR, what happens? Nobody knows. Nobody has any idea. And that's what it is. No, really, yeah. It's an utter shit show. Yeah, because you can't. The thing is, people that are famous for, like, and popular for, you know, being goof clowns on the internet, a lot of those people are not really going to go and understand business. Like, they're not going to get that shit. So you put so greedy as fuck, bro. It's not about FaZe went from gaming empire to please sign this contract, bro. Like, what do you think? They didn't have contracts back then? These kids is retarded. Oh my God. Like, damn, like 10 million wasn't enough to fix the group chat drama? No, it wasn't. You needed probably 30 million to get to pay for all that shit, right? And that's it. Honey React today? I don't know about Honey. I ain't seen anything about that. I have no idea about that at all. But anyway, this gives me hope for America. It goes so people already posting this shit about me. Damn, like today, I guess today's a big day, right? Today's got to be a big day. And so, yeah, I'll scroll down and find the rest of these because there's been some other crazy shit that's happened. Let me see. Proof that she indeed paid for things, didn't steal anything. Is that it? Let me see. I find there's a second Honey video. Part 2 dropped. I mean, Part 2 dropped of the Honey thing. Here, let me take a piss. Open your kick package. It hasn't gotten here yet. And yeah, Senna joins, FaZe disbands. You don't want to have women there. They ruin everything. I tell you that. Those dudes revive FaZe. The thing is that it's a group effort. And that's the problem with what I said before is that there's two different groups of people. There's the people that are the management and the people that are the talent. The talent don't respect the foresight and strategy of the management, and the management don't respect the talent performing and the talent's ability to maintain a public image. And both of these groups don't see eye to eye. And the only reason it worked for us for so long is because, number one, a lot of us used to be talent, so we understood it. And number two, we had to make sure that, like, and it didn't work, right? I mean, there were a lot of times it didn't work, and there were problems. Like, I tell y'all right now, there were a whole ass lot of problems with OTK There's an ass load of problems. But, you know, that's life, right? Whenever you're around a lot of people. It's like the Chicago Bulls in the 90s. I don't know a lot about basketball. Like, I mean, obviously I know that was Michael Jordan. I mean, I get that. But, like, I'm not an expert. And
it's because they probably weren't fucking with something that they tried putting in their face.
Yeah, exactly.
Matt Kalish, he purchases FaZe Clan. Okay, he buys FaZe Clan for whatever it is.
That's the guy.
It is.
That's the guy.
In the beginning, Max, Ron, I don't know about Ron and Rage because they've been there. Lacey, Jason, Max, they were supposed to sign a contract where they would be giving up 20% of their income to join FaZe, right? They never signed that 20% initially. They come after them a year and a half later and then ask for the 20%. That is where I think that that's in the wrong.
It's obviously in the wrong. It's clearly in the wrong. They didn't sign it. They don't deserve it. It's just that simple. Like, I don't know really what else to say beyond that. It's just so obvious.
Their money to buy stuff for shoots, brand deals.
Yep.
Like FaZe has been doing, right? It's a corporate business, right? So
it is.
They never signed that 20% initially. They come after them a year and a half later and then ask for the 20%.
That's crazy.
That is where I think that's in the wrong.
It is.
Because listen, if
you didn't sign it, you didn't plan on it. Like, bro, if you taking you're switching up on them. It's just that simple. It's just that. Are you switching up on somebody? Yeah, you are. Like 20%. That's your fucking taxes.
Your intention was to sign these guys
for 20%
a lot of money to join FaZe. They probably would have all done it. They probably would have all done it. But now you waited till they're big, and they already have millions of followers and dollars. So why would they?
You don't have negotiating power at that point.
Sign a contract. You can't put a deal in their fucking face at this point. Do you understand? I understand both sides here. They wouldn't have done it. Well, then legal. Then you could argue that they wouldn't be as big as they are, or you can argue that there's many arguments to make. I think they would have done it. I think they would have done it.
He's right.
Maybe not all of them, but I think they would have done it.
They would have, it would have been a smart idea, dude. And I remember back in the day, Cloak was going to join. He had different orgs coming at him, and I remember it was me, Train, Nick, and Cloak. And all three of us, we were saying, join FaZe, join FaZe, join FaZe. I said, join FaZe even if they don't pay you anything. And the reason why I said FaZe will build your brand. And I think it was true. I think it worked, right? And I think that it was definitely like a big org that, did help a lot of people become successful. And it's not new. It's been a while. It's been a real long time. So, yeah, absolutely.